us back again with another episode of Mom's Not Alone. I am Tyohnah White.
Hello, Elder Dory here.
Hello,
And
and I am Audrey Ray.
yes, we have a very special guest with us today.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, just give us.
Oh, I am Philadelphia born and raised. I am a human service parenting coordinator with a foster care agency known here in Philadelphia, in Delaware, in Prince George, in DC, known as Progressive Life Center, PLC, with the acronym. And I've been in the field for 10 plus years, and we work with foster care children, and I've been working with foster care children for over 10 years. Currently, I am the newly hired, um, but older employee parenting coordinator. And we do some wonderful things with just trying to support parents with new tools, retooling, reunification, just a support system through these times, through this pandemic, through this ever changing world, as I call it. And we just here to support foster care, support kinship care, and support family reunification.
Right.
And I just have a few questions to ask you, just to give a people a little bit of background about you. You are a mom, correct?
Yes, I am a mother of two daughters, 11 and 5.
Uh,
Yeah. So
and
I'm blessed.
yeah.
I'm blessed.
So if you could just tell us a little bit, when we have guests on, we want them to just tell us a little bit about like your motherhood journey. If you could just give us a little bit of description of your journey as a
Okay.
mom.
My journey as a mother, it it starts a little bit with me being a parenting coordinator. I always tell my participants, my parents, my mothers, my fathers, my new fathers, my old fathers, my kinship fathers, that I am not only the parenting coordinator, but I am a student with them as well, because every day we learn through our children. We learn through this world. So every day I get up, it's not the same day. It's a brand new day. And a 5-year old can take you through journeys that you've never seen before.
Mhm.
They are like a grandmother, a nagging aunt, a well appreciated sister, a sibling, a best friend. They're everything, having daughters is a blessing. And when I found out I was pregnant, I didn't know at first. Like, a lot of people say, how do you not know? Well, it's easy not to know because your body doesn't always change, you know. And when my body did start to change, I went to the doctor just like any other woman would, because I noticed a few things, and then I found out I was pregnant. And I went through my journey. I went through the ups and downs of the emotional, um, heartaches, crying for no reason. But I was so happy and I was so excited that I had this little person growing inside of me. I was blessed to be able to carry somebody because, again, this little person's every breath depends on me.
Mm.
I think that is the best thing in the world. And I was truly blessed to experience that. I got to shop for all the cutest little clothes and, all the little lavenders and yellows and purples, because purple is my favorite color.
Yeah.
So I definitely had to give my baby girl mommy's favorite color. She turned out not to love mommy's favorite color. She turned out to love pink, which I tried to keep her from because every girl gets all the pink in the world.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I stayed away from that. My second daughter, I tried to have her sooner. She was very much planned but unplanned. She was planned in the matter of I wanted to have her sooner rather than later so they could be closer versus all these years apart, 5 and 11. That's 6 years apart, you know. So we go through battles. We go through battles. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, but she was very much planned. I wanted to have her. I first thought she was a boy, but she
Wow.
turned out to just have some real female attitude issues.
Okay. All
And
right.
she tends to be a very different, unique female.
Okay.
To say the least, but I love her to death. And I would do it all over again. Childbirth was it was a difficult journey. I went through the ups and downs of gestational diabetes, and I went through the good.
Okay.
So carrying a baby and having a baby is not all good, but it's not all bad either.
Right.
You
That's right.
know, and she's here, she's alive, she's 11. I thank God for her every day because, again, I see a younger me with a
Okay.
slight different attitude. And I see an even younger me with a slighter different attitude as well. So it's a journey every day. I get to wake up. I homeschool my girls. I've been homeschooling my girls since before the pandemic, so I'm used to the homeschool life.
Okay.
I am currently a full-time parenting coordinator, like I stated, and I am currently in school to get my doctorates in human services with a specialization in leadership management. So I'm going all the way.
Yes.
Just trying to be a mentor, a leader, a good inspiration to my girls to know that we can do it. It's a hard, but it's worth it in the end to say, Dr. Ray,
There
because
we
I'm gonna
go.
keep that going, and you will call me Dr. Ray.
Yes, ma'am.
So
That's right.
we will schedule that date, ladies.
All right.
Schedule that date.
Right. Aw- Awesome. Awesome.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
So,
So, one of your um positions is parenting specialist, correct? Or do I have it correct?
yes, a parenting coordinator. Yes.
Parenting coordinator. So, to those out there that don't know what a parenting coordinator is or what they offer, can you tell us a little bit about that?
So, a parenting coordinator is someone who took a, I want to say, a 3-day training from, I believe it was 8 to 4:30 for 3 days straight of just tools and techniques to learn how to share information about parenting. It's not to tell you how to be a parent because there's no book to be a parent. And if you ladies know of one, please share. I don't care how much it costs, I'll pay
Mhm.
it. Okay, I'll pay it because there's no book that says there is a right and a wrong way of parenting.
Mhm.
There are tools and techniques that you implement into parenting. So that is what a parenting coordinator does. A parenting coordinator supports the parent in other ways of parenting a child, other ways of supporting a child or a teen or a tween or a young lady or young man or someone who is struggling with diversity, gender issues and concerns. How do you talk to them? How do you get your child to trust you?
Mhm.
How do you effectively communicate?
Mhm.
How do you get your child to listen to you without the yelling, the screaming, the hollering, the hands on approach? So, this is what we discuss in class. We discuss good touch, bad touch. We discuss positive discipline.
Mm-hmm.
We discuss sexuality, because sex is a normal part of life, and some are ready earlier than others. But how do you handle that?
Mm-hmm.
Because we have to realize that one day, even though we never want to imagine or fathom that idea, but one day our children will grow up to have their own children. And it takes a couple ways to do it, you know? So we
Mm-hmm.
have to be prepared. And how do you prepare for that? There's no way. It's just talking to them as if they're a person,
Mm-hmm.
implementing the I am here for you,
Mm-hmm.
kid friendly, teen friendly language, as I call it.
Yeah.
So talking to them, not talking at them, but talking to them. And I
Mm-hmm.
always tell my parents, it's okay to take a break. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay to step away when the conversation becomes heated. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay to step away. And when you step away, say, give me a minute. I need
Right.
a, and it's okay to regroup. It's okay to say, I'm not ready for this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about this when I'm better prepared? Because I'm human too. And that shows your teen, your tween, your child that, okay, maybe my mom is my mom. She's not this woman with a cape and an S on her chest. You know,
Mm-hmm.
she's a person just like me. We
Mm-hmm.
make mistakes. It's okay to ask your children to do something. Can you go upstairs and clean your room? Have you done your chore? Well, no. What is there something stopping you? What is going on? Is there something going on that we need to discuss? Because you could find out that maybe today your child had a bad day, their menstrual cycle came on, and you know what? I wasn't prepared for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not feeling good today. I'm not prepared, because we're not always prepared. We're not always ready. We're not always feeling good during those times of the month, during times of days, you know,
Mm-hmm.
times, days, nights, weekends. We're not always prepared. So we have to have that conversation with our children. And
Mm-hmm.
that is something that I speak to my parents, my participants, caregivers. That's the kind of conversation we have.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to see that I am a human just like you are. I am a mother just like you. And it starts by being a human being first.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you reach your population. That's how you reach your class. You have a real human to human conversation. It's not me telling you that when you got your children taken, you did the wrong thing. Well, of course, you know you did the wrong thing, or your children will be with you. So, how do we fix it? Let's not stand still and think about the bad or what was not right and what I did. How can we pick up, make the right decisions, correct our wrongs, and move forward with life and build a better relationship with our children? How can we do that? By talking, by showing them that you made a mistake, but you love them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to say, I love you. It's okay to have a hug. It's okay to give a kiss. Children love that. It's okay
Yes.
to have structure.
Mm-hmm.
We don't say that enough.
Right.
My little one says, I love you, mommy. My daughter says, Mom, can I have a hug? And sometimes before I know it, she's on me and I'm like, oh, okay. You startled me. You know, I'm cooking dinner and I got this hug from behind and I'm wondering where it came from. It's my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because we have that relationship.
Right.
I asked her, can you get me some ice? Not go get me some ice. Remember
Mm-hmm.
when we were younger, we were the TV turners, right? we had to turn the TV for our moms and our dads.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, can you turn the channel? It was, go over there and turn to channel 6.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll ask my daughter, can you hand me my remote, please?
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Yeah.
you. What did mommy ask you to do?
Yes.
Tell me what you heard me say. Because see, just because we understood what we said doesn't mean our children did.
Mm-hmm.
Or doesn't mean another adult understands.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we have to play it back. We have to press rewind rather, and play it again.
Yeah, so it's more so like you said, like talking to them and not talking at them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you came in a class with me and you were court mandated, because I deal with court mandated parents as well, you're not feeling this because a judge told you to your face basically that you don't know how to be a parent, because that's how you may feel.
Mm-hmm.
I get parents that come in like, I don't want to be here. I gotta come. I'm gonna be on, but I'm not gonna say nothing. Well, hello to you too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you're here, and I hope you get something out of today's session.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's nothing you could teach me. I'm already a parent. Okay, I don't want to teach you anything. Maybe I can learn something from you. See, you don't fight battle with a battle.
Mm-hmm.
For what? What would I get out of showing letters behind my name, a certificate that says I'm certified, DHS under my belt, me saying, "Oh, I'll call the judge or I'll write the letter to the judge." What am I getting out of that?
Mm-hmm.
Another child in care. Instead of saying, "Okay, well, let's see if this is the class for you." And at the end of the class, let me know how I did, because I'm always open to suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're looking at me like, you get that whatever look. But it's okay, because I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that because I know what you're thinking. I've heard it before. I've had one who recently passed my class who was court mandated. The young lady, she had some struggles. She was court mandated and she just missed her babies like crazy. And I felt her. I felt it in my heart for her because I know what it's like to be a mother. Even on those struggling days, you're still glad you're a mother. You're just tired.
Mm-hmm.
And she passed my class. And she still comes to my class some days. And I say to her, "What are you doing here?" She say, "I just came to see what y'all was talking about today. I just came to listen." I say, "Okay, you're always welcome to come listen." Because there's no law that says you can't come back and visit. And I let other students know. This was one of my older students who came in with some of your attitudes, and now look at her. I didn't invite her. She came on her own because she got to know me as a human being, as another mother to a mother, as a parenting coordinator, but as a mother and a human being.
And just a quick questions. So,
Yeah.
what are some of the resources that you do offer?
I offer a certificate. We offer a 12 session, 1 hour class. It can be 1 hour per week, or it can be 1 hour twice a week for 6 weeks. We offer raffles, and the raffles are a variety of creative, anything that's creative. It could be name the I have a color of the rainbow in my head. What color is it? It can be give me a number between 1 and 50 and you win. A raffle.
Mm-hmm.
Um We do 3 of those per class. At the end of the 6-week or the 12-week session, there's a graduation. We offer a grub hub. So while we're on the Zoom link, we have a graduation. You get a certificate of completion. You get another gift card as a way to say, I know it's not a lot, but thank you for coming and thank you for completing the class. And we have a kind of chew in the chat, you know, and I call their names. I'm a proud mother bear. I'll have a speaker who speaks to the parents, women and men, because I get young men and I have older men, grandfathers and grandmothers and aunts and uncles, foster parents, biological parents, and we just have a good old time. We talk about maybe one of the class sessions. I give my mother bear speech, as I always do, because I get so proud of my parents for even completing 12 sessions. And I know it's something that you can do, you know, easily, but I get proud because they're proud of their accomplishment. So it makes me proud to even be a part of it. And it's free. It's free to anyone who wants to attend.
Mm-hmm.
Just sign up and come on the Zoom link and you're welcome. You're welcome to come to one class and see if you like it. I tell
Mm-hmm.
people that as well because, you know, they say, oh, well, what am I going to learn from a parenting class? Well, you never know. You know, I tell people my parenting classes aren't the regular parenting classes. I don't read from a book.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about feelings, you know. So I explore your feelings. You explore my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about those moments when we had it with our children because
Right.
that's reality. What do
Mm-hmm.
you do? How did you feel when that happened? Well, I just wanted to beat they. Okay. So what were you able to do? You know what, Miss A? Because some of my parents call me Miss A or Miss Ray or Dr. Ray. I thought about what you said and I said, you know what? I'm going to walk away from you for a second. And when I'm ready, we're going to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, oh, it was that easy, huh? No, it wasn't easy at first, but I thought about it
Okay.
because a beating lasts a few minutes. A conversation can last a lifetime. So my parents, they take that with them and they
Mm-hmm.
use those tools.
Right.
So I'm just assisting with tools. That's all I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy to do it every day. I enjoy what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's important in times now, especially with, you know, just everything that's going on, and as new parents and just parents, just having a conversation with your children, especially as they grow and get older, because it's at towards the end, it puts a big impact
Mhm.
on, you know, your kids in the long run. Like,
Yes.
what are your thoughts on that, Ms. Dory?
Oh, you know what? I wanted to go back when let's touch back a little when Ms. A said it's no book on parenting.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to share because, you know, it's personal to everybody and it's where your faith and where your belief is. But for us, you know what I mean? I'm a child of the Most High God, you know, so I believe that when the Bible tells us to raise up a child in which way they should go, and when they get old, they will not depart from it. You know, the Bible teaches us to teach our children, you know what I mean, to love our enemies, you know what I mean, to honor your father and your mother, and your days will be long upon the earth. Listen, and all will go well with you. So, you know what I mean? Just personally, I just thank God for the word of God that helps us, that gives us the wisdom, you know what I mean? That gives us the knowledge because we don't have it all. But when we pray and we call out and we ask God to help us, he helps us. And, you know, I thank God for a mother and a grandmother that led me in the way. And it's not to say this, let me just put this out there. I've done a lot of dirt and I've done a lot of wrong. And it's not because I wasn't taught the right way. I did what I wanted to do because I wanted to do it. So it's not necessarily because, when we see kids doing wrong or they going astray, we say, oh, they must not have no home training. That ain't the truth. Because you know what I mean? Sometimes children will go off and they will do what they do. And then when you get home, you know what the parents say? Well, what did I tell you? I know what they said, but what did I say do? And I can say now, being 50 years old, I thank God for the training that my mother, my grandmother, and even my dad, that they gave me, because now I can look back and see. And those are, the advice they gave and the lesson they gave. Look, in the whoopings they gave, it helped me to raise my children now. And now my children are grown, and now they have their own children. And what I taught them, now they are instilling in their children, the not talking back. You know what I mean? To put a handle on it. When you don't walk up to grown people and call them by their first name. Right. We wasn't raised like, you're not going, my children would never, they grown, but they would never, if I was to introduce them to Audrey, they wouldn't say, hey, what's up, Audrey? No, they know they would have put a handle on that, because I would check that even in. But they was taught to respect and to honor. And those are the things that, God teaches towards all mankind. So, I agree to a certain extent that there's necessarily not a book, because it's all kind of books out there about parenting and how to do this and that. But like Miss A said, every child is different. What works for one child might not necessarily work for another child. But the basics of honoring different people, not honoring people in society and mankind, it's basics to that. You know what I mean? The Bible says, don't take revenge. The Lord gonna handle that. Because what happens when we do it? We make it worse. God, no, we live in a fallen world. We just do. We're going to encounter all kind of things, and we have to be able to teach our children. It's not going to be no easy life. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
That's right.
But it is a God that you can call on, and He will help you in your time of need. There is principles, there is laws that you must follow in this life. You just can't walk around doing you.
Right.
Who sing the song? Was it Fantasia? I'm doing me. You know what I mean? How long that's gonna work for you? You just can't walk around doing you. In society, we have to learn how to cohabit. We have to learn how to live together and honor one another. So I just wanted to touch on that a little bit, just to share my experience. I thank God that I was raised to, show honor and respect to mankind. I don't care if you purple, white, Chinese. I don't care if you're Muslim, example. It doesn't matter to me. You're a human being, and I am to love you and to respect you. Yes. I don't have to agree with everything. And I think that's a lot of what we have going on now. We don't teach our children that people have their own mind, and you are to respect what it is that they believe. That's fine. God made us individuals, and that's all because God honors it. So who are we not to honor it? So we have to teach that to our children. Look, I don't care what color you are. You love them. You respect them. On Facebook, they have a lot of, the little teeny babies. And I seen one where it was two little boys, and one was black and one was white. And the little white boy, he was just so upset. And the little black boy said, what's wrong? You need a hug? It just touched. They don't see no color. We teach them that. Yes. That's our fault. We have to take responsibility for that. We teach that, and that's how it's supposed to be. Just love your brother, love your sister.
That's right.
And the world could be so much better if we just get to that point. But what Miss A is doing, and what Ty you're doing, and what we're doing, we're touching and reaching who we can. Look, we can't reach them all. We ain't built like that. No, we can just reach who it is that God has called us to reach, and leave it there. So that's why I'm, one of the things why I'm so excited about this podcast, and Miss A, you coming on and you helping. We just sharing the love, the gifts that God has given to you. You just sharing love. You reaching who God gives to you. Yes. And that's what we're responsible for.
Yes.
So we're responsible for.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I agree with a lot that you said and that you touched on. And it is, we can agree to disagree, as far as religion, but we at the end still have to respect each other's religion. And that's all to it.
That's it.
And we were both raised the same way, because I wouldn't call my children, my 5-year-old wouldn't call you. She say, hi, Miss Lady, Miss Lady. She don't know your name, but you're Miss Lady.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
right.
the way it's supposed to be.
That's right.
So I agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah. And you know, because now we have parents wanting to be friends with their kids. Kids. No, we're not friends. We're not friends. Forget it.
Child. And
That's
you
right.
respect
That's right.
and child.
That's right. You're a gift that God gave to me, and it's my responsibility to raise you.
That's right.
Fall on you.
Right. Falls on me.
Fall on you. He gave you to me.
That's right.
It's my responsibility.
Appreciate it.
Emotional bag. That's right. I don't care if you get your emotional bag. Are you upset? Like me, you'll get over it. You'll go to your room and you'll have your little moment. And listen, the moment better not be too long.
Right.
Better not be too long. Get yourself together. Listen.
And I'll see you in a minute.
That's right. Listen, if they let you go to your room.
Listen.
You
gotta fix your face right there.
Yes.
They tell you right there, fix your face.
On the spot. Miss A, did you ever know anything about timeout? I don't know nothing about timeout.
I knew the corner.
I didn't have no time. What was that?
I knew the corner.
Yeah.
Listen, the corner and the hand.
And the hand.
And the hand.
You already know.
Listen.
Yeah. When you say that hand go up, you see that hand go up, you better get it together and quickly.
Very
quickly. Listen.
Yeah.
You know, you get that eye.
Remember that?
I don't know if you wanted it to go that way, Ty, but this way that thing went right here.
Yeah, it did. It did. It went to
listen.
Because I remember that. Shut up.
Yeah, you get the hit. Yeah, you can't even catch your breath.
You can't, because they took it.
Listen.
And you better not make a sound.
Girl, because you better not embarrass me out in these streets.
Listen. You better not.
And it worked. It worked for me. It taught me respect. It taught me honor. But listen, it taught me how to act when I go out in public, how to present myself.
How to respect yourself.
That's right, how to keep that tone together.
There you go.
Who you talking to? Because I don't like that tone.
There you go. And I don't care about none of these folks out here.
Oh, no, don't care about
They can get it too. Listen, you got everybody else out here that don't know you in trouble too.
That's right.
They looking at you like, what you pull me in there for?
That's right.
Nothing. Right. I don't even know y'all. I apologize.
All right.
Just talking about parenting class.
This is real. This is real.
There you go.
This is real. That's it. Ain't no showboating.
That's right. That's right.
Everybody just sharing their own stories. Prayerfully to help somebody. You know what I mean? Along the way. Prayerfully they'll get the main ingredients of what we're saying. Teach respect. One another. That goes a long way. Treat people how you want to do. You know, they have the thing now, well, if you don't give me respect, I'm not going to give you respect. That's a lie.
You wrong. I'm going to make it right.
Because I respect myself.
Right.
So if you don't measure up to that, that's on you. But it was given to you because that was taught to me. It was given to you. So I'm not going to act a monkey because you acting a monkey.
There you go.
We ain't doing that.
Animals.
Your animals, any animal kingdom. Pick one.
Yeah, pick one. Pick one. You can't be that animal, you know. You got to act like a human being, like you were taught.
Like you was taught. And that's what we want to do because we are living in a society where we have children. And, you know, a lot of people didn't have the grandmoms and moms that we had to teach us.
Yes.
And we keep throwing our children.
Not grandma. Grandma's my age.
Yeah. Girl. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My grandmother.
Yeah. God
bless her soul. She is 83. That's a grandmother.
Yes.
Okay.
Know of. That's right. That we come up with.
Yes.
That's right. Grandma with gray hair.
Yes.
That's sat down. Wasn't running the street.
Holding that wig on.
Girl, talk about it. Yes. Yes.
You know, and them rollers.
Yes. Yeah. Listen, don't take me there. Only wore the rollers in the house.
Listen,
I go outside with them rollers
not
in
at
your
all.
Like,
Ty, you know, don't take me there, Ty. You know, I don't want to go there, but listen,
The house coat.
listen. House coat outside?
Listen.
None of that. None of that.
And if she
None
tell
of
you again,
that.
that slipper,
Yeah, girl,
that cane,
down. It's going down. That's what I'm talking about. We gotta bring them back.
listen.
I'm a grandma, so I'm not wearing a house coat and all that kind of.
Yeah, see, it's a different kind of grandmom now.
But no, I got the respect. I just don't have the attire.
Yeah.
I ain't with that yet. I ain't
Yeah,
got the
see.
house coat. No.
You got a bathrobe and the little
One
pants
preference
and the
with the
t-shirt.
Yeah, but they gonna know what it's hit for.
Yeah.
You
It's
understand?
a different kind of hit, okay?
Yeah.
Quitter. One and done.
Girl, say no more. Say no more. I love this. This is all right with me. Ty, what's the next question? Do you got one, or did we run out of time?
So before we close out, just before we close out, so what made you want to become a parent coordinator?
Just working with the people, working with parents, and being of a support. I was a case manager. I was a behavioral health specialist. I was a behavioral health tech. I worked on dual diagnosed lock units. And I prefer to work with adults more so than children because it starts with the adult.
Okay.
You know, children always get the effects of what the adult has done or what the adult has not done.
Right.
So I wanted to start with adults. And when I sat in the parenting class with the parenting coordinator that we used to have who retired, I said, I like it. This is where I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my director, I no longer want to be a case manager no more. I want to be a parenting coordinator. I want to be a part of this. That's it. And she laughed. She said, okay. You're very transparent about that. I said, yes, this is what I want to do. I want to be of support in the human service field in this manner and this manner alone. And so from then on, when the parenting coordinator retired, I applied for the position and I was able to get the position. I was able to move forward with getting certified. And I just been working my own way and using my own skills and creating different mechanisms and different icebreakers and different techniques to use to reach more and more parents.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have like all different type of parents, like do new moms that like are going to be moms? Do they come in, and what are like some of the, if you can name like one of the things that you talk about or try to educate parents, if you can just do a little bit of a description for us.
Okay, so we like I say, we cover a variety of topics. During a 12-week session, we talk about 12 different topics, and one of the topics is understanding and managing anger. So when we talk about understanding and managing anger, we talk about what is anger. It is a strong feeling inside that we have against something for some reason. So we try to look at what is that reason? Where does that feeling come from? What does that feeling look like? Because anger looks very differently for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
We do some worksheets. When we were face to face, I would go to different sites and I would have worksheets and I would have things on the board, or I would have PowerPoint slides that I would hand out.
Mm-hmm.
And we would do worksheets. We would do feelings worksheets where each person would get a different feeling. and they were to manage and understand that feeling. And it will be stress, it will be things that go under anger, stress, frustration, hatred, because hate is a very strong word and we use it so frivolously.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to differentiate if we really hate it or we just have a strong disliking towards it. So we explore that more. And when we explore that, we talk about anger and we talk about managing it. What can we do when we're angry? Well, how about I can sing a song real loud? Because I used to sing songs when I was loud. I started to write poetry about different things that made me upset. And I always said I wanted to write a poetry book of my poems because I feel as though these are really good poems. These
Right.
are what some people want to share and say that they have not. What about a journal with a word in the middle? Mom, not like, don't want to talk, black, blue, hit, hurt, silence, invisible. You know, word that, remember that spider cluster that we used to do?
Yeah.
Well, we do those
Yeah.
in some of our worksheets and we explore that.
Yes.
And sometimes we take anger and what does it mean? We take the A, the N, the G, or stress, STR, and we explore it more
Yeah.
because there are reasons why we have the feelings that we have. Anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Well, something made us have that anxiety. And where did it come from? Because it didn't just pop out of nowhere. See, when a child falls, we instill fear in them.
Mm-hmm.
Until they fall, they have no fear.
Right.
Until something startles them in the dark, they can walk through the dark all day and all night. We instill those things in our children.
Mm-hmm. That's
So that's how we understand and manage stress,
right.
anxiety, anger, feelings. We talk about those things. Being a
Right.
mom, what does that mean? A 24-hour babysitter, a blessing to the world. What does it mean? How do you feel when you have someone calling you mom? Does it
Mm-hmm.
make you feel warm inside? Do you smile?
Mm-hmm.
We explore that because some people don't want to be mothers, and it's okay.
That's right.
It's okay. Everybody's not meant to be the same thing. You were meant to do this podcast, and I appreciate it very much for even having me here.
Mm-hmm.
I was meant to be here tonight
Yes.
and share what I do to women who feel as though maybe they can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
See, in the beginning, remember I said I was born and raised in Philly. I didn't say which part. North
Mm-hmm.
Philly,
Mm-hmm.
not north.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference.
Yes, girl.
So I was born and raised in North Philly.
Mm-hmm.
The houses I lived in before then, they're torn down. They
Mm-hmm.
were ancient
Yeah.
history, and they are now.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I've become this mother, this wife, this soon to be doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and daughter, aunt,
Yes.
and I'm moving on. And another woman can do the same thing. Even
Yeah.
a drug addicted woman. You don't know my full story. You
Mm-hmm.
don't know where I've been and what I've done. So never judge a book by its cover because I could have a story that could blow your mind. And I do. But I just choose to take that strength and that anger that was in my past and choose to move forward and make myself a better me to support others because I
Right.
have a gift and I want to give it. I want to share it.
Wow. You said some key things, right? Like, wow.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I love what I do. I love being a parenting coordinator, not just because the coordinator. I could be the facilitator because when I wrote facilitator for so long, I was the facilitator. And I shook my head facilitator, you know. And I was happy to be the facilitator. I was happy just to be a part of
Mm.
that support system.
Right.
And I still have some of my old parents call me and say, you know, I was thinking about you the other day. And I had to stop and think and tell my granddaughter, you know what? We're not going to go there today. We're going to sit and we're going to talk this thing out and we're
Mm-hmm.
going to work it out, whether you like it or not. And I said, go ahead, Grandma. She
Yeah.
said, what? I'm Nana. I said, okay,
Okay, and then
excuse me.
yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, she had gray hair, but I said, excuse me. I apologize.
All right now.
You know, I know my place.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that I still have parents calling me who remember some of the things I've said that made a difference. And they're still grandparents, great grandparents taking care of great grand teens,
Right.
which is hard.
Yeah.
But they're learning because this ever evolving world of children and parent and adulthood is taking over. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
who would have thought right now we would be in a pandemic?
Right.
Philadelphia,
Mm-hmm.
PA, pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
US, what? That's only known to us in where Korea, China, stuff like that. That's never been known here.
Mm-hmm.
At least I would have never thought it would be here.
Yes.
But look at us. We wear masks to go to the corner store. You know, so this is again, like I tell my parents, a ever evolving, changing world. And if
Mm-hmm.
you don't get on that train,
Yeah.
you gonna miss your ride.
All righty.
That's true. It's like motherhood is like you learn something new every day. I can say, even though I'm
Every
probably new to it, you
every
learn
day.
everything's just something new. You feel
It
like
is.
you mastered. Once you feel like you mastered something, it's like, oh, this is new. I have to
This is
adapt
new.
to this.
How do I stop you from peeing on me?
Right.
So
Or the first bowel movement, and you get excited if your baby been constipated.
yeah.
Or if you dodge throw up, you feel good. Somebody else is looking at you or watching this podcast saying, that ain't nothing. No, yes, it is. It is
Mm-hmm.
something when you can dodge some throw up and let it get on the floor and not your clothes.
All right now. Say that
Because
again.
that decreases that laundry.
Yeah.
Baby laundry is a lot.
Yes.
And then your clothes, listen, we don't need to have 4 outfits today, honey.
I know it.
If we have 3, one for me and 2 for you, we doing good.
We're good. That's right. Yeah.
So just the small things, the little things they count, they mean a lot. You
Yeah.
know, they mean a lot. And it's a process every day. It's a new class every day. And if you
Yeah.
don't go to school, you're not gonna learn it. So you got to get on that train with that baby, that son, that daughter, that teen, that tween, and learn something. Talk to them.
Yeah.
Say something to them. Ask them to do something for you and say thank you. And check out the look they give you. I
Yeah.
guarantee you, you'll never see that. You'll be surprised of that look. Because when I asked my daughter, when I first began being the parenting coordinator and the facilitator, and I started doing these things and I started to learn and adapt, I asked my daughter to get me some ice. I didn't tell her, I asked her. Now, I'm still the mom, but I asked her, can you give me some ice? She got me the ice and I said, thank you. She was still holding my cup. Now I'm looking at her like, can you give me my cup? But because I asked her and I said, thank you,
yeah,
she was shocked. My mom asked me to do something. She didn't tell me. Because, see, I grew up, your mom told you to do something, you did it. That was it.
That's
but
right.
if your mom asks you to do something, you say thank you.
Right.
That's a different story.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different dynamic.
Right.
Where you get that from? She liked it.
Yeah.
And she was all big and boastful. And she started asking me more. Mom, you need something to drink? You want me to bring you up a bottle of water? I said, no, I'm okay. I started looking strange. Is she going to spike me?
Ooh, okay.
But it was the whole idea of it's okay to ask your children to do
Yeah.
something.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a lot of feedback from that because they said, my kid was looking at me funny and I almost didn't drink from the cup. I
Oh
said,
my.
why? They said, because I'm always telling them to do something
Mm-hmm.
instead of asking, so it was a different thing. It was a different dynamic, but they liked it.
Yeah.
So I just have one question to ask both of you, and I guess we all can answer this question. Just to that mom that's given up, feels like she wants to give up, is feeling overwhelmed, don't know what to do. What is your advice to her?
Be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Have patience and know that there is no book, but there is free classes, free parenting classes, and there is always someone who's going through the same thing, but just not telling it.
Mm-hmm.
I would say to the mother, sometimes you say a prayer and you might not necessarily know that it's a prayer, but know that children are a gift. If God gave you that child, which we know that He did, He gave you that child, and that means that He is going to continue to help you and equip you to take care of that child out of every situation. You know what I mean? You have yourself in, and like Miss A said, you aren't the only one that's going through. It may feel like it sometimes when you find yourself in those different types of situations, whether it be financial, emotional, whatever the case may be, you're going to make it to the next day. If you have the patience, like Miss A said, be patient with yourself and listen. Be patient with your children. Be patient with the children that God has given to you. And this is a big one. Don't never compare your children to another child.
Never.
Never do that. Never, even with never compare one child that you have to another child that you have. Never do that, because that will worsen the situation, because every child is an individual and they have their own personality.
Yes.
Never do that. So just, continue to pray and ask God to help you, and there is help out there. Like Miss A said, find help, reach out, and don't be ashamed. Let's stop being ashamed to got problems. You know what I mean? Especially in our culture, we don't want to tell nobody nothing. I was raised with, well, go on in this house, stay in this house. Understand? Time out for that. There is help. Do not be embarrassed.
There is help.
About get the help. It is help for you. They said a closed mouth don't get fed. Same thing. You don't tell nobody, you can't get the help that you need.
Yes.
Reach to the help that's there, and pay attention, because God sends help.
Yes.
He sends help. He hears. He sends help. Be attention. Be attentive to that. That would be, because everybody, look, every mother always feels like she failed in some area.
Yes.
Or another. You know what I mean? We don't hit a home run in every area.
No.
We don't. I failed when it comes to teach my children finances. So now here I am, 50 years old, teaching my sons that are in their 30s about their finance. But thank God they're coming around, and now they want to get themselves together. But had I would have done what I was supposed to do when I was younger, we would be, further along than we are now. But thank God for his grace and his mercy that we're moving right along. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Other areas, I hit a home run, but in some areas I didn't. But you can't beat yourself up. You can't beat yourself up over that, because God give us another day to just move along and get it together.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
And like you said, with the resources out there, not being afraid, it's okay not to be okay, and like it's something funny, because just like you go to the doctor to heal your body, you feel sick, you go to the dentist to fix your teeth, who's there to help you with your mind? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's there to help you where you need help in areas? So it is important. And so for both of you, because I know you do parenting coordinating, and Ms. Dory does counseling services, and she helps people with just talking to people and stuff like that. Just can y'all just elaborate on like, if someone wants to go to you if they need help with being a parent, how can they get your resources? And also with Ms. Dory, how can they get your resources? We'll start with you first, Ms. A.
Okay, so they can easily call my number. I will write it on a piece of paper and I will put it on the screen.
And we'll put it in the link.
Yes.
At the bottom in the link. Okay. And is it a specific website too that you have?
Yes, okay. I have an email address.
Okay, and I'll put that down at our link down the bottom.
Yes.
And Ms. Dory, what are some ways that people can, get in touch with you if they need any counseling? How can they?
Okay, you can email me at faithfashionforward@gmail.com.
And I'll put that down the bottom too.
You can put that down. And then I'll give you my phone number as well, 484-995-6867. Now you can find me on Instagram. Finally have my Instagram page at Faith Fashion Forward. We have a Facebook page now as well. So we're moving right along. But let me just put this out to you. When you reach out to me, I counsel through the word of God. That's where my counsel comes from. I always just want to put that disclaimer out there, because I'm going to give to you what works. I'm going to give to you what I've called, what I've been anointed, what I've been ordained to do. Okay. So that's what you're going to get from me when you call. I just want to put that out. If you want counseling from me, that's what you're going to get. You know what I mean? Because it works. So I just want to put that out there and let all to know, because that's what I believe, that God is a healer. I believe that God is a restorer. I believe that it's nothing impossible for God to do. And one of my main gifts is to be an encourager, to let you know it doesn't matter what type of situation or circumstance that you find yourself in. If God keeps breath in your body and you hear, you can make it through. So it's my job to encourage, to empower, and inspire you to know that you can make it. And hardships come to all of us. Nobody is exempt. As long as you walk on this earth, you're going to face some hardships. Just believe that. But it's your perspective on how you look at what it is that you encounter.
Okay. And I'll put Miss A's information down the bottom on our YouTube, and I'll find some way to put it on iTunes and Spotify and everything like that. And I'll also put Miss Dory's information down below too. So I just want to thank you, Miss A, for just coming on the podcast. It's been such a blessing, and you've inspired me today. You know,
Thank you.
you know, you're just such a nice person, and just what you're doing for the parents out there, the, you know, grandmoms, moms, new moms, foster moms, grandfathers, dads, and everything that you're doing out there for the people is just, it's amazing. It's just amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I will come back anytime to discuss anything, because I'm also a certified human trafficking advocate.
That's important.
I took certification in that because that is something that's up and coming, and we do not discuss it enough.
Got it right. That's right.
Do not discuss that enough. So trust me, please.
Yes.
Something on your podcast about that.
Definitely. That's important.
Information, because more and more of our children are disappearing, and they're becoming trafficked, and it's like they disappear just in thin air.
That's right.
And no one sees them ever again, and they're being trafficked.
Yes.
Inside and out.
Yeah.
So please just look into the information, know about it, learn about it.
Yes, that's right.
Because again, that is something that's it's more serious than child abuse. And I hate to say that. It is.
That's true.
It is. So, like I say, I just want to help people and be a part of people's lives that just get some support, or able to be supported, and have no judgment. You know, no one is better than anyone else. We're all human. We all bleed red, no matter what complexion or color or whatever religion, nationality, anything we are. We all just human. So please, just, you know, anybody interested, I am here. I have no judgment. You have my number, you have my email address. Please use it. And I welcome all walks of life.
Yes. All right. Awesome.
And thank you again for having me, ladies. It was fun. It was a pleasure meeting both of you. You know, it really was, and I enjoyed tonight.
So did I.
I really did. I enjoyed tonight. The fun, the laughter, the good, the bad, everything. It wasn't bad. But remembering those times when that, you know, that backhand
memories coming.
Yeah, you know. But it made me a better person.
Thank you.
It made me a better person.
Listen, we live to tell the story.
Listen, that's right. I live to tell a story, and I have all my limbs.
Yeah, me too. I can tell you how to walk. Let me see you walk.
Listen, yes.
We good. We real good.
Yes, this was a pleasure. This was so entertaining. This is keep doing what you're doing.
All right.
Because a lot of moms do need to know that they are not alone.
Yeah.
Someone else out there just like them, afraid to speak up.
And
have nowhere to turn.
Yeah. All right.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me.
You're
and
welcome.
thank you. I will come again whenever. Just say the word.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you again, ladies.
Oh, you're welcome.
Enjoy your night. Be safe. Please be safe.
Yes.
Because it's still
I'm of the night.
The virus is still out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't going nowhere. This is it.
Listen, this is it for me too.
Yes, this is it.
Yes, this is it. Little snack, little.
I wasn't gonna say all that, Miss A. I wasn't gonna talk about.
Listen.
Listen. I wasn't gonna. Listen.
Be hot and tempted, love to eat. PHAT. PHAT all day.
Yes.
I'm okay though. I'm okay with it. My children are too.
I don't have no complaints. I'm Gucci over here. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you again, ladies.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
All right. Take care.
Yes.
Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye.